we are live.
Hooray.
Oh yeah.
And
There
what a
he is.
whirlwind.
Hello. So, was it just a short outage?
Yeah. Like a
Yeah.
blip.
It like the power went off and then immediately back on, but it takes our router a bit to boot up.
Okay. So, what do you last remember?
Timos and the dude had a black hole and we're fighting. And it's about all we got.
Tiamos opened its mouth. It rolled out, almost crushed the prince. The prince dodged out of the way. Then the prince, now freed from the phoenix's magic,
Hooray!
spell sundered it.
Oh.
And it seems like it disrupted its control over, well, all the things it had raised.
Nice.
I'm back.
Did Timos get in a bag?
No,
Not
he
yet.
hasn't gotten in a bag yet. In fact, it's currently on the ground, and it looks like that bard dude might be able to get it. Or the angry croc.
Is it safe in the middle? From the fire?
Yes.
Okay.
And the pillar of fire has kind of,
Oh, okay, good.
it's expended itself.
So who's next on the turn list then?
Well, it's the phoenix, but its raised minions are currently confused. And no one's possessed by it.
As a plus?
Let's see. It tries to get the croc. The croc lunges for it and bites it. And the croc's eyes start glowing
Oh no.
in phoenix light. It is Shakti's turn. Shakti is just going to go and just re-murder this fireball person. Because she got hit by a fireball, she didn't enjoy it. She's going to keep the murder train going. God damn it. Hit. Has to do the fort save. She's fine. That's 14. 1d6 plus d4 plus 9. With max damage rolled, the fireball person goes down.
Nice.
And before she can actually do anything. Saruman, it's your turn.
All right.
So,
Killer croc.
you could either finish off the newly arisen phoenix zombie serpent person, or join the middle melee.
Join us. Could she actually run an attack? Oh, she's got haste.
Okay.
So she could probably charge, right?
Well, if she moves here, and then she can move up to 120 feet if she double moves with haste. So,
Does she have acrobatics? She could probably make that little jump.
she does have acrobatics.
I'm just trying to figure out if there's a way to get her to attack this turn.
I'm back.
No.
Okay.
No real way to attack this turn.
Um. might as well just finish off the.
Okay. Roll
This
your
guy.
flurry of attacks. And while you do that, Ninu is going to say, "Bow Bow! Get out of your golem! Make it get the orb! This is too dangerous!"
I guess.
And
Bowbow's
then
got-
Ninu is going to go and cast a spell on the crocodile. The now becoming possessed crocodile.
And now we learn that Bao Bao doesn't wear the golem to protect him from the rest of the world. He wears it to protect the world from him. As he bounds over here, I guess. I don't know, how far is that? Yeah, it's fine.
So Ninu, the croc makes a will save. Oh,
No.
Jesus Christ, this croc does not want to be moved. And then Ninu gets onto the other side of the wall he made. So is the golem going forward? Well, what are you doing, Frosty?
No. I was getting the dog out, and then the golem would be free to live its life as it pleased. Or, go get the orb. So I guess just a run action over there.
Could it charge at it?
Yeah, could.
Could charge. Oh, I mean, it could charge at the lizard.
Yeah, and the lizard has the orb.
It's kind of important. I can't get mine back anymore. It's gone beneath the lizard.
So
That's
roll
perfect.
roll its
Okay. So I guess I'm only going to there then.
No, you can totally charge to it.
You can double move and charge.
If
no,
a full
charge
action.
is an attack at the end of a double move.
Okay.
In a straight line.
Yes. You'd think having played a paladin that did nothing but charging up, know that by now. But
Nah. It's because you could do weird right angle turns and shit.
yeah, it was good. Okay. So, Stone Golem Slam. It's plus 19 and that's plus 2 because of charging.
That croc must be pretty fucking wounded.
It is. You do hit the croc.
Sweet.
Roll your damage.
28.
Mm-hmm. The croc expires
Nice.
with a golem punch to its back. The orb is spat out, but the flames of the phoenix start engulfing the croc's corpse.
Oh no.
No.
Croc times 2.
Mazgas, it's your turn.
Okay, so there's a guy over here trying to get the thing, right?
Yep.
I can barely fucking see it, goddamn. So,
It'd be really great if you could take him out.
yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna charge right the fuck into him. Oh, Hulk smash. Oh, I took the fucking... It's over here. Oh, it's right there. And give me just a second, my sheets are almost up. Okay, so I'm gonna just attack with the bird. I'll just do a charge with the bird, because Moskus is kind of wounded. That's a hit, I assume?
Yep. He's lucky, but his luck mainly extends to
He
his
is
saves.
grappled. And he takes...
He's like, I
that
almost
many.
have it!
And he takes that many. And Moskus... It's just gonna... He's just gonna cure himself again, because he's been taking a lot of hits. Yeah, that's fine.
Lalor, it's your turn.
All right.
Few people are trying to get that egg. Get that egg. Da, da, da. Oh, back by there.
I don't
The
really
egg
know what to
that's now
do.
over there.
There's people above us that you could take out.
Oh, you mean like here?
Yeah, those dudes.
If you did an empowered snowball or ice spears or something.
Sure, let's do ice spears on this guy. Oh wait, hold on, I have to see if I have those still. Yeah, I have one. Okay, I'm gonna do that. Hello? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can hear you.
Yeah.
So roll a ranged to touch attack. 1d20 plus. I guess it's probably plus 4 plus your dex mod. So something like 1d20 plus 6.
Ah.
You hit. Roll your damage.
And it has to make. Oh wait, no.
I think it's automatically entangled.
If it.
Oh, it has to roll
It-
fort save, I think. It passes.
If for any target that takes damage from the spears, it's a CMB.
Oh, you can push it away. It's a spear.
It's a trip. It's a trip.
Ah, so you then have to roll.
Caster level plus intelligence, so it's 18. So if that beats it, I guess.
No, you have to roll 1d20 plus. Oh. I thought she was casting snowball, not ice spears. That's
Oh.
okay. So, she casts ice spears and the roll your damage for your ice spears.
So it says it takes 2d6 points of piercing and then 2d6 points of cold damage per
Okay.
square?
So because ice spears creates multiple squares, so if it's a bigger monster, you can hit it with multiple ice spears.
Okay.
Okay. The Boom Boom Dwarf dies again.
Nice.
He explodes.
Wow, original.
He gets impaled.
Okay. The war priest takes some damage. It is now time for the archaeologist. He's going to try to struggle out of the grasp.
Good luck.
Insufficient. So it is now time for the war priest. He's going to take a step forward and try to chuck his axe at your bird.
No.
He
Oh,
misses.
he misses pretty hard.
Whiff. Okay, it's Jimmy's turn. He cowers.
How's Jimmy doing? Oh, nice.
Actually, Jimmy is surprisingly fine.
Classic Jimmy.
Tiamos, it's your turn.
I get out my bag of holding and attempt to put the orb inside my bag of holding.
just like put your bag of holding over it and then like
Kind of push
Like-
on it.
down.
yeah, like a pillowcase,
Yeah.
almost like, come on, come on.
and then just sort of
Kind of like an
Slurp it.
overstuffed backpack.
let's
Yeah.
just do that.
The egg, you hear its wails of protest as you put it into the bag and then slam the lid, slam the top shut. What did you have in your bag of holding?
Nothing.
Oh.
Good, because if there's actually anything in there, it would be melted.
Oh, well, that's nice.
With the egg gone, the entire chamber goes deathly silent. The energy kind of stops flowing in and then starts flowing back. The light of the runes, the mostly destroyed runes across the room start dimming. Soon enough, this place is just gonna be dark. The ceiling starts crumbling, and a chunk of it comes down, nearish to Jimmy. And through the top of it, you see sunlight streaming through.
Oh.
Nice.
There is a way out.
I guess we were actually pretty close to the roof. Is this place falling apart, or?
Yes.
Oh.
The sustained damage to it. It's probably not good to stay in this area. Although Ninu says, the structure's gonna be mostly the same, but I don't want to be in this chamber. It's taking the most damage. It's gonna take months to get this all repaired, even if I can. By the gods. I think I just saw a god and I didn't like it. Ninu and Bao Bao get back into their respective golems. What are you, the guy you currently have grappled, he
Mhm.
sort of says, "Hey there, hi. You can let me out of the claws now. You won, fair and square. I kind of just don't want to die. It would really mess up my vibe."
Mozgus smiles at him.
Okay.
The claws do not release him.
I imagined. The Phoenix zombies, you see with the energy source taken away, they collapse. So the only living things left alive are your party, Ninu's gang, and the war priest and the archaeologist. The war priest says, Inquisitor Mozgus, would you please release my team leader? Seems more resigned than anything.
So you know who I am.
Your bird is very recognizable.
Ah, she is.
He
Lalard
also
says,
says that your group has been. There have been rumors that you have grouped up with a few of the court's top officials and have been missing in your regular duties around the capital. I now see that you're after artifacts of great power. He kind of shrugs, says, as adventurers are wont to do.
In these rumors, did they have a cool name for us yet? We're kind of working that out still.
No, because most people didn't even believe that your group even exists. They have
Alright.
different. Some say that you're now working for the Red Mantis. Other people are saying that now you're secret agents of the Emperor off on terrible business. Some rumors even say that the Emperor wants to kill you and all of you have fled the capital. But since you left all your assets, so I assumed you aren't running from the Emperor. The War Priest kind of he has stowed away his axe and his hands are open faced towards you guys, showing that he doesn't want to fight. He also shrinks back down to human size after a while. And the guy you currently have grappled, he says, I never thought I would see this angle of your bird, Lord Moscus. I can tell you who my employer is. It isn't worth my life.
Actually, yes, that would be very good information.
Okay. So my employer, of course, they tried to be all mysterious. They used magic to change their voice, and they tried to speak under a few veils, but I know the tricks around that. It seems like it's the Emperor's third wife. Asked me to get that.
Huh.
He points towards the bag of holding Tiamos now has. Tiamos, you notice your bag of holding is starting to get embroidery of phoenixes on it. It's kind of disturbing.
Well, that's nice.
Prince Ruha is still, like, kind of stunned. Now that the phoenix power is draining from this room, he's slowly returning to normal, but I'm gonna say he's pretty much out of it for the next, 30 seconds as he tries to. He got a huge flood of divine power and now has less so.
He had time for one snarky comment, but that was all he had in him. Now he's got to take a rest.
Take a sit.
Says the Emperor's third wife. Not favored, but tends to run with various assassins. I don't know why she wants that, he says. That is far too dangerous for a person like her. I must admit, I was actually going to take it, then find one of the highest, then sell it to the highest bidder.
That seems like a much more responsible answer.
Well, it would probably be one of the 4 pillars.
Well, judging by Ruha's expression when I mentioned to the rest of my group that we were going to kill all of you to ensure that no one was able to talk of the events that happened here today, I think it would be better if you were to work in our employ while we try to figure everything out.
He seems to take the consideration. He says, contract negotiations usually don't happen in a claw, but, sure. I didn't like the third wife anyway. She was probably going to stiff us or send assassins after us so she didn't have to pay us. She offered a lucrative reward for that. He points towards the now embroidered bag.
The bird lets him drop. Not 50
Yeah.
feet drop, but lets him down.
He steps out. He brushes himself a bit. He goes next to his war priest buddy. He says, well, I'm going to go get the corpses of my fellow adventurers. You have gentle repose on you, right? And he says, the war priest nods and he says, we're going to resurrect them because they're far too useful to go on to the afterlife quite yet. You hear that? He points towards the corpses. You didn't give me your money's worth. The war priest kind of gives a chuckle, and the bard says, "Okay, so Lord Mosgus.
The prince says quietly, like he's still sort of recovering, now would be a better time than later.
What?
And I'm hoping that Mosgus will understand what he means.
Mosgus, roll a sense motive.
Yeah. The player doesn't know.
They're only going to gain in strength, there are going to be more of them, and we wanted to keep this place secret. I guess I'll roll my bluff with
Yeah.
some minus so that it's doable to him and not others.
No, you can roll bluff, and it just effectively the lowest of your two is.
Oh, I see.
The understanding of the message. That's how I'm ruling it. It can change if we look.
Well, even on a 1, you still roll fucking high.
Yep.
So it seems like Prince Ruha is advocating to just kill them both right now.
Hmm. The question would be, Meta, how easy it is to get a Chaos? Like, what's an easy magical way to force these people not to stab us in the back?
So the Chaos spell is
I mean,
something.
I can just add them to my... Like, I can just keep them charmed at all times as long as I'm within... Like, don't leave them for 10 days at a time.
Yeah, that could work.
And just say, like, if it's been a week, come find me. Like, theoretically, he could do that to the entire party. And it would just be...
Maybe he
fine.
already has been.
Plot twist.
So the Chaos spell is, or the quest spell. You guys could get a scroll of it relatively easily, and they could try to effectively. It would be a level 6 spell, but it wouldn't be impossible. You just need 2 scrolls.
2 scrolls for 2 people?
Yep.
Ah.
A scroll each.
How much did you say they were?
It's a level 6 spell, so Pathfinder scroll cost. It would be 1,650 gold per scroll.
Oof. Mosgus turns to
There is a lesser Gios, but it won't affect them because they have too high a hit dice.
Mosgus turns back to Ruha and says, "Are you sure?"
Yeah?
Mosgus shrugs and then charges the archaeologist.
Okay.
Should we roll
Theremin,
up the combat,
in
or-
all of this conversation, you can have worked your way up. So I can have this be more narrative.
Yeah, this is kind of a slaughter.
So you guys, Amazgus charges. Everyone else kind of just does the last bout of combat energy you have, and you do kill them. The archaeologist going, "Come on, really?" And the war priest seems to just do a quiet prayer to their god.
I got dip on the axe.
Yeah, the loot in this room is too much to give up.
Well, I mean, the risk, justice and all that.
Yeah, I don't know if we could have trusted them. They seem to only go to the highest bidder.
Yeah.
Truly mercenary. Okay. So, with a bag that only gets more elaborate as time goes on. So do you guys actually stay to try to loot what you can?
Yeah, we have a bird that can carry everything in this room. Just shove all the bodies and all the unidentifiables into the bags, and we'll get the fuck out of here.
You find that most of the bodies that have been Phoenix revived, one of the reasons why they were easier to kill is that not all the items survived.
Mm,
But there will be items from each person.
awesome.
I'm going to. It's going to be a list, so I'm
Yeah, you
gonna
can give
have
it.
to.
You can give it later.
Yeah, I'll give that later. You guys get out of the temple. Ninu asked that you bring the salvage
Sure.
of the 2 golems that got burned, and he says they cost an absolute fortune to make. At least I can have the slag so that it costs only half a fortune. And then he goes, I'll have to ask the anvil what she wants done with this place. The ley line structure of the entire southern jungles could be just altered, changed, permanently scarred. Not so good for the locals, but we don't need to stick around.
They should probably have better defenses than that.
Well, there's a confluence of factors, and the main damage thing he points towards the elaborate bag is that
Fair.
all of what we were doing that the temple could have survived, and the temple still does survive. But there was the whole reversing the flow of ley lines and the ungodly amount of power that went into that room. I'm just happy you made it, Bow Bow. And Bow Bow just says, "Love you."
Oh,
Anvil's gonna be pissed off.
she's already pissed off. It's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
So you bring your just your cart of corpses. Oh, PS, you did bring all the corpses.
Yeah, why not? Don't want to accidentally forget something.
And you don't want them to be revived without you having a say.
Yeah.
We're playing Skyrim.
Freeze time, eat cheese reel.
Yeah, I just remember once I saw the Dovahkiin stop in the middle of the battle and eat 17 cheese wheels. He ate them faster than my eye could process, and then he kept on fighting. You guys make your way back to Hiksu. And this time, do you actually stop to rest, or do you just...
So yeah, fun fact, everybody. Apparently my bird can fly while sleeping, so we don't have to stop.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's the thing rocks can do. I just happen to notice it in the flavor text. So, yeah, we don't have to stop.
How?
They're used to flying over oceans. They're rocks. Can't stop in the ocean, so
Wait, can albatross do that?
I think so. Certain
Or
birds
do they
can.
just sort of like sit down on the ocean? They're like, yeah,
No,
sure.
they just
It's the
fly
vibe.
with the wind. They're just kind
That's
of
cool.
They're on autopilot. It's pretty weird.
So,
Okay.
it takes several days. It still takes days to get back. I'm going to say it takes 2.5 days because the rock doesn't stop.
Can't stop the rock.
You guys, as you arrive into this, do you go straight to the anvils? The order of the
Yeah.
anvils.
I don't really want to be holding on to it too much longer.
Yeah.
Risque.
You go in and the guards say, "Halt! Identify!" And then you just see the armored figure of Nivaka just storm out like you see wind billowing from her, and she goes, "You in now!" And she just turns around. The guards say, "Please follow."
I'm
The
good
prince
out
says,
here, actually.
"Hey, Navicut, remember, it's not a big deal. You probably don't even remember. It was so
So
long.
she like,
You
you
asked
guys
us to
go
get
in,
the
and she
Phoenix
just
orb."
points to the guards and says, "Out of the room now! This is only us." Everyone sort of scatters, knowing that she's rarely in such a rage.
Remember
And
that little favor you asked? It was a while. You probably don't even remember it, but you asked us to deal with that temple and the orb.
You're
and,
reminding me far too much of Cadalatrix. Shut up. Point form.
Hey, Sneak.
Yeah.
Did you realize that someone had chatted in your stream?
I missed. Yeah, I did earlier.
Okay.
So,
Point
She goes-
form.
tell
The-
me,
Sorry,
short
go.
sentences, exactly what happened. And Ninu's kind of looking terrified. Bao Bao is just cool as a cucumber because, you know, Bao Bao doesn't really give a shit.
Ever the optimist, the prince says, "We got the orb."
She says, "I can sense its dread power right here, and I can sense its taint on you." She gives like a sniff, and then she, oh god.
Don't sniff his taint.
He's going to bath.
Sorry. I
That's
Yeah,
great.
no,
That's
that
fantastic.
was fantastic. So, do you actually say that in character though?
Yes.
She currently, this entire conversation, she's had her palm on her face, and she just looks through the finger of her palm, and it is a death glare that you're sure almost killed you. And so she just goes, "That," she points towards the bag, "is currently the most dangerous bag of holding in existence. And you're just carrying it
You should
like
take
a
it.
backpack."
You should take it. We don't want it.
Yeah,
And
we
she
don't
says, "I cannot touch it because the phoenix." Okay. She starts she opens a giant chest, and she brings out what appears to be an incredibly heavy lead case. She slams that down on the ground and opens it up. She says, "Put that bag in there."
I put it in there.
She slams the door, and you guys can't sense the magic anymore. She says, "This is a lead-lined anti-magic box, and it won't hold. But it should stop every single Phoenix cultist in existence from pinpointing your location.
Oh, I'm glad we didn't stop.
You should be. I imagine I'm going to have a flood of them here now."
Well, good.
Can't. Isn't that good to learn? Actually.
Yes, but I
you're
might
welcome.
be able to live, but I don't want to expend the lives of my followers so carelessly.
Okay,
She goes, "What happened in the temple? I understand that there was battles outside of it. That's where my scrying ended. I couldn't scry into the temple."
So the Emperor's third wife sent a group to collect it, and there's also 2 other groups there, but they're dead. I mean, all of them are dead. But there was a big mess and odd timing, and we won.
And she said, "And what caused the protections to fail?" Ninu says, "Oh, it's a combination of a dwarf of probably a god of madness and fire. That's what I could detect from the match." Ninu starts going on a way too long explanation. Going into exact details. Roll spellcraft to understand what he's trying to get at. probably the only one who's going to understand is Lalara. Lalara, he goes on a way too technical explanation, but the more he talks, the more you understand what the magic behind the the Mongska temples. It gives you an insight into them. If you encounter any later, you'll get a +2 bonus
Oh, you should write
with
that down.
Mongska temples. You should write that down.
Okay.
You get a bonus.
+2 bonus.
Skill check.
+2 spellcraft checks
spellcraft.
involving Mongska stuff. And so the dragon seems to patiently wait out the word vomit, that Ninu speaks, and says, "Okay. So there were 3 other adventuring groups that happened to get there at nearly the same time, and one was fire obsessed. The
Yes.
Phoenix cult must be working here."
Sounded like the Pyrotechnic Guild.
Likely the Pyrotechnic Guild. Sotek Seekers probably went in because Fortune's Favored went in. I don't know if this third wife person is merely dumb or she's a cultist.
Would I know?
Roll
Like
your
anything
knowledge
about her?
nobility.
Okay.
I'll also do knowledge nobility.
Yeah, anyone who... you'll get slightly different information because Lalara is literally...
Like sleeping with the king, Emperor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's my knowledge nobility? There it is. The prince is foreign, but he's an incorrigible gossip. He knows some stuff.
So, what you generally know is that the third wife, wife of the emperor, is Yi Peng. She is a she is a halfling
Okay.
of great ambition, but not so much. You've never seen her successfully pull off court shenanigans. She seems very ambitious, but not so competent. You've never heard of rumors of her being involved in the Phoenix cult, but I guess if you're a cultist, you probably don't announce that kind of thing. You do know that she does have, last time you were, last month, there was a rumor that she was pregnant.
Oh.
Which of course is a great... in a court where, you have an authoritarian god emperor, pregnancy is a big deal. That's kind of what you know. You guys haven't done that much in-depth research onto her because she's never been that big a player. She was a recently added wife. Chelsea, your character knows an additional detail. You know that she was more of a skill. She has more of a skill set of a rogue. So she seems to be able to sneak around, and she does more social backstabbing than real backstabbing, but you wouldn't be surprised if she knew her way around a blade. So, That is what you get from that. So, the Navaka, the dragon, says, okay, I need you to take this box away from here.
Where?
Maybe go to Cadalatrix and ask him to shove it somewhere. Or
The
I
only
might be
place-
able to have you meet up. I might be able to arrange a meeting between you and one of the other pillars, and they might know a better place. All of the places I know were involved with these temples, and now I know they're compromised.
I mean, deep in the ocean would probably be a pretty good place.
Yeah, does the fish start worshipping it?
Ah, fair. I mean, like deep in the ocean in a secured area, not just like throw it in the ocean. Maybe the pillar over there might.
I
know.
might be able to get you a meeting with a Yunkin the Dawn Caller. She's the dragon to the east.
Or in the Ruha, you haven't been to your homeland in a while. I could go
Yeah,
bury it in a desert.
I mean, It would be
Sans
pretty
Sheffield,
safe.
though.
Yeah, fair. Not very-
She just goes, it can't, wherever it is, it needs to be gone from the jungles of Rizeth. However, you did save it from enemy hands. And you did prevent the possession from actually completely destroying the temple.
the prince is like elbow nudging whoever's next to him, like, here it comes, here it comes. Okay, we'll be good.
She says, I am a creature of my word. She pulls out a scale, a massive scale, probably the size of a shield, like a large shield. And she puts it down and she says, here's the scale I promised. You can have it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
While we're here, the other armor books, or Dragon Emperor books, what
Mhm.
parts do they need? Like, do we need your voice in a jar or something from you to get fire breath? I don't know how this works.
So you just directly ask her about that. Okay.
Yeah.
And she goes, the claws will require some part of the bone, be it the tip of a claw or an actual bone, but that would be much harder to get, she says. The heart, well, she just smiles and she says, if you actually get to that book, you'll find out what you need. And the eyes, you can either directly take the eyes, or it's most effective as a gift from a friendly dragon.
A gift an
Actual
eye?
eyes?
The gift isn't actually an eye.
Ah.
The gift is.
Oh, what, a tear? Please tell me it's a tear. That's. Oh,
She looks
Beautiful.
at you and she says, "Yes, it is a tear."
uh,
If you actually get these other books, if you find them, not all of them are in the control of the pillars. So
Would
they're scattered out in the world, and I haven't decided to, since mutilated dragons and dark rituals hasn't really popped up in the past few hundred years. I am not as worried about the books
but if we
as I'm
found
worried
them,
about that. She points towards the chest.
but if we found them, would you trade some non-painful pieces in exchange for it to keep it safe?
Yes. If you can gather the books, the armor of the Dragon Emperor, to the pillars, we will pay you. She does point towards the prince and she says he can never benefit from them.
yeah, I got that feeling.
Oh.
If he ever attempts one of the rituals, the warning energies within him will kill him. You are
So,
now
yeah,
Phoenix touched, Prince. You walk a fine line between free will and being a slave.
That doesn't sound as fun as the first thing you said.
And she goes, you will likely gain some sort of twisted power from the energies, from the ruinous energies going through your veins, but you'll also be more vulnerable to the Phoenix's call. She says. And killing you and reviving you won't even help. That's the problem with the Phoenix.
The waters, the potion of in that archive.
Oh yeah.
Do we have anyone remember what it was called specifically? Did it have a name? Anywho, not do anything.
The dragon goes, I've never heard of them.
Okay then. think-
What are these waters about?
They
Where
said
are
they would return someone to the cycle of life and death and remove the phoenix's whatever.
She takes a far more interest in you. She goes, oh, and where might I find this pool? Her look
I
is,
mean-
is very predatory.
I mean, everything has a price.
She smiles and she goes, ah, I'll give you another scale for that information if it's true, and if I can confirm this pool's existence, I will give you a scale.
That sound good?
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She goes, where is it, or do you need to accompany me to it?
So I know Cadalatrix knows this person, but I don't know if you know them. Someone called the Baelnorn? Are they friendly?
Lives
She-
in Haval.
She starts thinking and she says, I've never dealt with one. She seems to say, give me 10 minutes, I will ask Cadalatrix.
Okay. And in the meantime, a squad hustle.
As she goes into the back room and starts casting Ascending.
If we go to the capital, I don't think we're too far away from finding the other pillar, or the third one in the east, Ayukan the Dawncaller.
Hmm.
They might be able to find a good place for it, and then we need to go and we need to get the other piece of the Phoenix Queen. One we know about in Haval.
Ah,
If we were 5 minutes later to this one, it'd be gone.
that's a good point.
That is
Yeah.
true.
It's nice.
I will say that I actually do have a world timer for some of the other artifacts, so yeah.
The
Well,
one in the deserts, I think you were talking about that. It's not at any risk of disappearing.
probably
I know
not.
a few stories about it. It's not at any risk of going anywhere.
Yeah, I'm totally okay with that.
I definitely want to get rid of this Phoenix Queen's artifacts, so that
All
makes
right.
sense.
And that's actually a pretty efficient way to do it. We can take a quick day or two in the capital
Mm-hmm.
and head out to Haval.
Sounds good.
I'm good.
Okay, so reward for today. Actually, I'll finish the sending and you'll get your second scale. She comes back into the room after 10 minutes, and she goes, Cadalatrix supported your findings. The pool is very intriguing. I will have to send some of my Order of the Anvil to investigate. Cadalatrix said the Baelnorn was cooperative.
We could take them with us. It would probably be faster, unless you were going to teleport them.
She seems to consider it, and then she says, "Are you planning on going straight to the mountains of Haval?"
No, we were gonna drop the orb off with the Pillar of the East.
Let me arrange that meeting first. My order will get to Haval in time. I have a few near the mountain that I can send message to. She says the second scale is yours, although Cadalatrix laughed when I told him the deal.
Well, he laughs at a lot of things.
Yes, and that makes Cadalatrix. You actually see her, like, she dispassionately takes one of her fingernails and rips it off, throws it onto the ground, and it turns into a scale. She then casts a healing spell on her finger, and the fingernail grows back. She goes, "Your second scale." She casts precipitation. The blood wipes off of it. You don't get my blood.
Well, thank you. It's shiny now.
She goes, I will send a message to you as to where and if the Dawn Caller will meet you. She will, likely, but she's also the head of the Pillars. She works on her own time scale.
Well, if she doesn't, what are we gonna do with this thing?
She says, if she is not available, I can tell you a place or two that we might be able to temporarily store it. Likely if we throw it at Cadalatrix's feet and tell him it's your problem. He has a lot more free time on his hands than I do.
I kind of don't want him to put it with Jabadak, because I feel like that might be a bad combination.
Yeah.
Cadalatrix is unlikely to do that, but
He can
he's
probably
also
create his own
he's also-
another demiplane.
Yeah, that would
Yeah,
be
that's true.
really... Yeah, he did it once, he can do it again.
Okay, so meta-wise, you guys level up
Hooray!
because you guys have now dealt with 2 artifacts, and this one was a particularly tough one. So level 11, all of you get a feat,
Yeah.
or an extra feat, and I'll be sending out a message, or at least before next session, I will have the list of the items of the other adventuring parties that survived. The
Alright.
Birchuring Axe did.
Yes.
Somebody gets an axe.
It is an exotic weapon, but it's also kick-ass. So,
Oh damn.
regardless, I hope you guys enjoyed that.
Yeah, that was great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, so you have
What are the... What's different between this scale and the new one?
both the
old
scale.
one.
So if you add this scale to, well, if you ritual this scale into you, you will get 12 additional cold resistance and 6 natural armor.
Hey,
You'll also get +1 to a crafting skill or sense motive.
What's the aura on this one?
Well,
Lawful good?
lawful good.
So, I think Lalara needs one. Team.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Because her
That's
AC is fucking garbage.
I'm
who...
a squishy.
And what do we want to do with the second one? I wasn't actually expecting to get another one that quickly.
actually, can the Lara... Okay, the way the book worked, people learned the ritual and not the whole party learn the ritual. Can people who don't know the ritual
I
perform it?
know I know how to do the ritual. I think Timos knows how to do it.
Yeah.
We can do it to other
yeah,
people.
I do too.
You can do it to other people.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
You Ruha, you apparently can't
Yep.
ever.
Nope.
Ruha,
Yeah, you get a bonus though.
you get
boy.
plus 10 fire resist to what you already have.
All right.
You get plus 4 on saves against death effects,
Wow.
and you get minus 2 on will saves for anything Phoenix related.
That's
Okay.
That's a pretty good deal.
I mean, what are the chances we come across other Phoenix-related stuff in this campaign?
I mean, it's highly unlikely.
It's almost impossible.
Also, because you already have aura hiding stuff, it's not too bad.
Mhm.
But your aura has definitely some fucking evil in it.
Perfect.
Okay.
So does anyone? So I would love to make my bird into a dragon. Is anyone against that, or does anyone want the skill for themselves?
You also know that combining there was warnings in the book about combining different types of dragons onto the same creature.
Hmm.
So if you got the claw of one and the eyes of another, and the scale of one, if you tried to like combine 3 dragon types into one, your bird might end up closer to an abomination.
So it's just if you use that scale, it will be an ice dragon, or it won't be a very good dragon.
Or
Gotcha.
you'll want to try to get the same type of stuff from the same kind of dragon.
So Cadaldrix is my best friend.
Yes.
So we need to talk to him more. That's a good. What do you guys think would be the best type?
Gold.
I mean,
Fair.
one of the things is we have ice damage in the party already, and I'm like, if we can get another element that isn't ice, that's good for the few things that are immune or strong against it. But at the same time, this means that you can fly straight through a blizzard.
That's true. Or at least, yeah, my bird can. I can't, but yeah.
Why not, Snake? Why can't you fly?
What we just need is, like, put some
Well-
frost resist armor on you, by which I mean like a nice warm hat. Just go through it.
Well, what are the other 2 dragon types anyway? There's
There's a shadow dragon.
Yep.
Umbral dragon and whatever the east. Ayukin the Dawncaller.
That is a sovereign.
Sovereign.
So Pathfinder sovereign. That would be
That's
that would be it would be Sonic.
Ooh,
A Sonic Dragon.
that's the
Very
best.
The bird turned bright blue.
Gotta go fast.
How fast?
The fuck is a sonic dragon?
That's a type
Makes
of
that noise.
damage. It's like
No.
sounds. Sound damage.
Some things they breathe fire. This dragon it breathes loud noises. It's
Oh.
just all the other dragons are just they like breathe fire and ice, and it's really cool looking. He just yells at you.
Well, Alexander, would you like to be an ice dragon?
I don't know.
You don't have to become
Might
any
want
dragon.
Umbral dragon.
Oh yeah, shadow dragon. That would make sense for a sneaky.
I think I'm gonna take the risk and wait it out to see if there can be something more.
I mean, Mozgus can take the dragon for himself while we're waiting for something better for the bird. Like
Or you
didn't
guys could
expect-
just hold on to the scale.
hold on to it forever, sell it to some random person, be like, "Hey, you there? Would you like to be a dragon abomination? Come on over here, buy this scale from us, and we'll suture it right on you."
Yeah, we could say I wasn't planning on doing it to myself at
It would be
all.
weird if you're
But
a
if we
dragon
get
running a dragon.
if we get that many, then hey,
Well, it's mainly because you've been doing major things, and the only thing you asked for was dragon.
yeah.
Was scale.
We will get
She
more.
You'll notice she didn't pay you,
Mhm.
other than the skills.
Oh, actually, what is our? Do we have a number for gold yet?
We'll get that during the
Uh,
week.
Or
we'll get that during the week because I need to
Okay.
figure out what survived on
Yes.
all the other adventurers.
We'll
All
probably sell a bunch of it, to be honest. Most of
Yeah.
it won't work with us, but we know that when we come back here, she'll give us more stuff if we find other tomes.
Yeah.
So that's something to keep in mind. Yeah, I guess we'll just save it until we know exactly what we want to do.
that sounds good.
Hmm.
We can't add
Okay.
a second skill to the same person, right?
No.
Yeah.
I'm not letting these stack.
One person in the party is immortal.
I am immortal. So I will add this to the wealth notes.
Oh, outside of the pillars, are there any well-known dragons that are, great worm level or pillar level of strength, kind of not evil and around? Or are they like those are the four
The best ones are the
real
pillars.
top
yeah.
top dragons?
You would actually have to do some research
All right.
because, like, there's
I assume
definitely
there's a
stories. of it.
lightning dragon around somewhere, but
That's
who
a,
knows?
do you know what Jabedak was?
Oh,
He's a
yeah.
dragon.
but a good one specifically. We gotta get that goodness. Except for the prince.
Well, the princess started down the Phoenix path.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, and Jimmy also gets a level.
Oh, yeah.
You get one more level of pawn, so you can either add that to an existing pawn, or get a new level 1 pawn. Jimmy is now level 1. I need to decide what he's gonna be.
Okay. Well, given the skills he demonstrated in that combat, which was cowering in the corner and doing so while angry, who knows?
Jimmy's a barbarian.
He's a very fearful barbarian, though. He's angry that he's afraid, which just makes him more angry. And then he's afraid of his own anger.
Oh no. Endless.
Okay.
All right, I gotta get to sleep. Is there any
Yep.
other short loose ends to tie up?
No, you guys have already said that you want to hit the capital for a day or two, and then go and meet the Dawn Caller.
Sounds good.
So.
Sounds good.
Okay. So, if any of you need help leveling,
Bye,
let me know either now or before next week.